Welcome to Elite Claw of Vulkoor in the Red Fens. Another quest that I would normally not do in Heroics if I was going to cap at 28, because I like to save this to do it for the first time during epic levels, to save that first time XP for then. There's so much XP available in Heroics. I can go through all the Heroics once and get to 20 with no problem. So I usually skip anything that can be done on Epic, like the Red Fens, like the Von Chain, etc. Save that to get that first time during Epic levels. So, level 11, Enlightened Spirit. Learned something kind of neat. It didn't occur to me while I was doing Ginger Spice's Warlock Lives that the Enlightened Spirit, if you have the Brilliance, which is what ticks the temporary hit points when your aura ticks, you can't drown. Because the damage that you would normally take by being out of breath isn't enough to overcome the temporary hit points that you get from your aura. So no need to ever slot a water breathing augment. So let's see, what else do we have here? I think since the last video I just got Strong Pact 1 and 2 here. Don't think anything else has changed. I'm really looking forward to level 12. Almost there. To get my second burst and some other goodies. Aura of Menace. Level 12 would be awesome. Also have a Green Steel Lit 2 Longsword waiting for me that I made when I did my favorite soul lives on this tune years ago. But I'll talk about that at the time. So, with some minor changes in the equipment, moved the charisma to the goggles just because I have a resistance 6 necklace now, so I've got one more resistance there. Do have green steel now at level 11, so I've got concordant opposition. I made this one years and years ago, so this isn't the configuration I'd want to go with today, but it's good enough. But it's got 150 extra spell points, not a big deal on a Warlock. In fact, I remember when I did Warlock Lives on Ginger that I didn't even put this on right away. In fact, I probably should have just left it in the bank because there were some. I had to get rid of my good luck item. Probably good luck plus 2 would be more valuable than this. Well, whatever. Some new armor, Jinx's Vexation. This is a nice set of armor that comes out of Cursed Crypt. And it's a pretty high armor bonus of plus 17. It's medium armor, so great for Warlocks. The Enlightened Spirit, anyways, that's when you're proficient with medium armor. And again, that's the enhancement here. Medium armor proficiency. And it's got the blue slot, got Master's Gift in there, Devotion 60. It's a good looking set of armor too. I like it. I've never worn this before. I'm pretty pleased with how it looks and the stats on it. I compared this to like the Elvencraft. That would be another option, the Elvencraft relic armor that you get out of Giant Hold. Those are level 10. And the full plate version of the Elvencraft one, which would be the best one in terms of stats for any kind of caster, is only medium, because it's like Mithril or something like that. So that's a great option too. A Feather Falling on the Braces of Greater False Life. Radiance 60 ring, that's the same. Boots are the same. Kundrak Delving Boots, I didn't mention last time. If you're not familiar with this item, they come from Von 6. The Dragon Raid. Overpower plus 6 on the gloves are the same. Impulse 60 is the same. This is Mineral 2 Green Steel Belt. Lots of extra hit points and other goodies like Heavy Fort and Protection 5. Con 6 on the cloak, so that's different. And then I've upgraded the Blasting Chime to the level 11 version. Now it has Resonance 66, Sonic Lure 14%. And some other stuff too. Evocation Focus 1 is very nice. The shield is up to plus 4 of invulnerability, and that's on the Densewood blank now, the absolute minimum level 10 version, always going for that highest minimum level version. the absolute minimum level 4 version is the dark wood, for example. So you want to go with the dense wood if you're crafting at level 10 to, I think it's 10 to 15. That level 16, I believe, is the next tier. I can't remember what that's called. Maybe Faycraft. Don't quote me on that. Didn't recraft this, so this is the same as last video. Still plus 4 acid flame touched iron rapier of bleeding. That should be plus 5. I don't really care. Like I said, I got my lit 2 longsword waiting for me next level anyways. Alright. So you know I'm wanting to make a tank. And my goal, one of my goals, is to be able to go toe-to-toe with the dragons in Epic Elite Fire and Thunder Peak, even when the dragon has the big buff, the Artifact Overdraw. When they're doing 400% damage, I want to stay toe-to-toe with the dragons during that and be able to stay alive with no problem. So that's one of my goals with this at endgame. I'm hoping to make that my final video. Sometimes there's a rare that jumps out of this mirror here. But I've only ever seen him twice. It seems like he pops very often. Not today. Oops, I didn't even buff. find that again. Got to see on the other side of the wall there for a moment. Well, you can rewind the video if you want to see it. I was grouped with a Warlock earlier today. Well, I guess it was yesterday now. And he had energy burst, and I think he was a great old one pack. He was doing the acid burst. I thought it was a interesting, peculiar choice actually, because as an enlightened spirit, and he was an enlightened spirit, you already have 2 bursts. So it seems like energy burst that you can only use once every 30 seconds, as opposed to these other, you get 2 other bursts that you can hit every 5 seconds each. Just seems unnecessary. I definitely won't be taking burst, any kind of energy burst. I'll be using those twists for something else. In fact, I was talking to Dread, who I've been running, my guildie I've been running the last few lives with. You've been watching my videos recently. You've probably seen me do some videos with him, and he was saying that he took it on his great old one, Enlightened Spirit, but he said it just felt really slow using energy burst on a Warlock, in addition to the fact that, in the end it just felt very unnecessary. So some food for thought. Thought I would mention that. Don't know what my twists are going to be yet. I'll have to start thinking about that, because I'm sure I'll be epic within a week. I probably won't be going for like evocation specialists. And I'm definitely not going for energy burst, and those are, for most of my tunes I have that kind of stuff. This will be the last video I do with only 1 burst. Next level I get the super burst. Last life when Dread and I were doing this quest. Actually, I think it was when we were doing it, the epic one, when I was doing it on Ginger. The server was lagging out like crazy while we were doing this part, and it took us about 5 minutes just to jump through this cavern because the lag was so bad. Do we want to see how we measure up against the Skelly? Why not? Everard's black tentacles. Let's see how he does with that. I'm not going to do anything else to him. I'm just going to do the tentacles and see if it does much damage to him. And he's a red name, so it's not going to entangle him like it's going to with other mobs. See what the tentacles do to these guys. Nesting scorpions can be a real pain in the butt if you don't have enough DPS to overcome their self-healing. And that's that. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have questions about the build I'm doing, you can respond on the DDO forums. And if you happen to be on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.